to another game review, and today we were taking a look at The Last of Us, released on the PlayStation 3. Now the hype for this game was so big, I haven't seen a hype this big for a game since Bioshock Infinite, and this is an exclusive release on the PS3, and of course it lived up to the hype because there were 10 out of 10s left and right. Many of my friends were saying it, a lot of critics were saying that it was great, amazing, the best game released within this console generation, and I mean, wow, like those statements alone got me really curious to go and check this game out. And why is this so amazing? I'm here to go and answer that right now within my review of The Last of Us, released on the PlayStation 3. The Last of Us development started 2 years after they finished Uncharted 2. Naughty Dog has split up the team into two to go and work on the Uncharted series and The Last of Us. They got the concept for The Last of Us when they were watching a segment on planet Earth where an ant fungus takes over the brain and produces a growth on its head. This game drew inspiration for various books, TV shows, and novels like The Walking Dead and 28 Days Later. Naughty Dog wanted to go and show the bond between Joel and Ellie throughout the game and see it get stronger as it progressed. They also wanted to have a lack of music within the game so they could have a much more attention within the gameplay and story. They studied many books, films, and TV shows to go and nail The Last of Us's atmosphere. They wanted to make a survival game as realistic as possible. They also wanted to go and make a story amazing as possible so it'll raise the bar for other video game developers. The game was first shown at the Spike Video Game Awards of 2011. I didn't really think of anything of it. I knew that it was going to be amazing since it was made by Naughty Dog. I did follow the gameplay videos as the development went on, but it wasn't exactly a necessary day one purchase for me. When the game was delayed from May 7th to June 14th, a lot of fans were bummed that it was delayed. But personally, I didn't think much of it. I mean, it didn't really affect me much. But when the game was released, many critics gave it 10 out of 10s left and right. And I was really interested within this title from the critics and my friends' opinions. And I did purchase it along with Project X Zone at the same time. And I have many hours within the story mode and some hours within the multiplayer. I won't say much of the plot since the less I say, the better the game will be once you experience it for yourself. The story surrounds these two characters, Joel and Ellie. They both need to go and help each other throughout this destroyed United States after an infectious disease was spreading around nearly 20 years ago. As the story moves on, you'll see this bond become stronger and stronger. You'll encounter various people throughout your journey, friend or foe. That's all I'll say for the story, because if I say anything else, I might just spoil something and just ruin your experience. The story is very dark and is extremely enjoyable. If you live in the United States, seeing the sights that throughout this destroyed place is freaking awesome. But if you don't live in the United States, I think you'll still find the story pretty good. Just seeing the bond between these two characters grow is amazing, and it makes you feel like these are real people trying to go and survive throughout this apocalypse. The story in a nutshell is pretty freaking amazing. The Last of Us is a third-person shooter, but with a twist. All your supplies are limited, like ammo, medkits, and sheaves. With each bullet that you shoot, it either means life or death. You swear your guns just like you do in real life, and you'll never get a straight shot necessarily. Whenever you encounter enemies, you can either go in there guns blazing, which might fail, or you could go in stealth and conserve your supplies, which is the recommended way. Exploration is key within this game. When you explore, you might find some supplies that might come in handy later. And when crafting medkits and such, it's all done in real time, so that means the game is still going. So you better make sure that your body's safe so you won't get interrupted when crafting supplies. You can increase your gameplay abilities like crafting speed, weapon swing, with these pills that you find throughout your adventure. You'll even find these gears throughout your adventure as well, which will upgrade your guns like more ammo, faster firing rate, etc. Your companion Ellie will never get in the way necessarily. She'll help you stun enemies with bottles and bricks, which will help you attack them. Her artificial intelligence is really good, which also goes for all of the enemies. When I say if you go in there guns blazing you might die, the AI is really good in this game. They'll do what they need to do to kill you and survive. The various infected you'll face are also a challenge. There are the clickers, which only see through sound, and then there are the ones that are halfway infected, which can't see you, and they are a huge problem. And the real threat within this game are the humans. They are a bigger threat than the infected, since they actually have intelligence. Other than the guns and shotguns that you'll use throughout this journey, you will find melee weapons like wooden planks and metal pipes, and with these melee weapons, they have a limited amount of swings that you can hit with your enemies, and you could go and add more hits with these melee weapons with the supplies that you find. If you run out of supplies, you could go in there with your fist combat, but you can't really just leave. You can just leave sometimes. You don't have to kill all of the enemies. You could just go in there stealth, play it safe, and just leave. You don't have to kill all of the enemies sometimes, but sometimes you do. It's selective. Throughout your exploration, you can go and find various notes, maps, pendants, and such, and they are basically collectibles. With all this gameplay, you have a huge adventure ahead of you. With the limited supplies, the great AI, and you'll have to go and strategize your attacks when attacking enemies, you have this huge world to explore as well, and the collectibles on top of that. You're looking at a 15-hour adventure. You'll get more with the new game plus they have in the trophy collecting if you're interested in that. The online multiplayer is also pretty fun, especially with friends. The tactics that you use within story mode also carry on into multiplayer, but you never really have to go and communicate with your allies. The Last of Us, in terms of graphics, are gorgeous. They are the best console graphics I have ever seen. And if I had an HD capture card, you guys will probably see the graphics right now. But since I don't, you could probably just search up a Let's Play of the game and basically see the gameplay for yourself and see on how gorgeous this amazing world is without spoiling much. The only problem I have is that it's only in 720p. There's a lot of YouTubers saying that it's 1080p, but they're actually lying. On the box it says 720. They just stretch it out within their editor, but I really did hope that this game would be in a full HD experience. But still, this game looks freaking amazing. So, as you guys can tell from all my hype and basically praising this game, you guys can tell that I love this game and I highly recommend that you pick it up. This is a game that is worth $60 and worth every single penny. I rarely buy $60 games, and this was one that I really wanted to pick up because from all the praising and the hype and everything that my friends and critics were saying, I mean, I was just curious enough just to go and pick it up on a whim, thinking that it was going to be amazing, and it was. It lived up to the hype, and it is worth every single penny. $60 is the perfect price for this game, and I can't wait to go and see more DLC come out. The Left Behind DLC looks amazing already, just from the one trailer that we saw right now, and the details about the story and whatnot. And if we don't get sequels of the game, I hope that we continue to go and get DLC about the world and the story and on how this world became, on how the way it became to be. So, again, highly recommended. Definitely worth picking up a PS3 just to play this game. There's a difference from hearing me talk about it and playing it for yourself. And this is a game that you really need to experience, in my opinion. And it is definitely worth getting a PS3 along with all of the other exclusives that are released on this amazing console. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos up every Saturday. Next week I will be having another game review, and that game review will be GTA 5. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on that, be sure to go and hit that subscribe button for new videos up every Saturday. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter for frequent updates on my future videos and other random stuff that I'll just talk about. If you guys want, check out my Let's Play channel where I basically play games. I'm currently playing a Sony game released on the PS2 and PS3, Sly 2 Band of Thieves. If you guys want, check that out. I will have a link in the description below, along with my Facebook and Twitter. And if you guys want more game reviews made by me, I will have an annotation to my game reviews playlist if you guys want more of that. So again, thank you guys for watching this video again, and I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.